Hello, beautiful friends and book lovers. Today I am coming at you with part 2 of my 4-part series reviewing and having book chats of The Whisper Man by Alex North. Something new that I'm doing with my channel in 2020 is picking a thriller a month and doing a review and book chat by splitting up the book into 4 quarters. So this is the second quarter for The Whisper Man, so you have plenty of time to still read and be a part of the read along together, because that's essentially what it is, breaking up the book into 4 parts, and I film a video for each quarter, and then we just chat about it. So there is a lot of time for you to still join in the month of March. I know a lot of you on Bookstagram right now are telling me and showing me that you are currently reading this too. So if you would like to hear about chapters 17 through 30, because that was the second quarter of the book and what we're going to be chatting about today, then just keep watching. So first and foremost, this is a thriller. So the most important question is, am I intrigued? Am I kept on the edge of my seat because it's a thriller? And yes, I am 100% intrigued by this book. I am currently halfway, and holy cow, it just keeps getting better and better. So this video is for people who are currently reading The Whisper Man, who have already read The Whisper Man, or I guess for people who don't want to read it at all, but still want to hear my thoughts and views on the story, because this obviously will contain spoilers since this is talking about quarter 2 of the story. So I just wanted to say that again. I didn't want to spoil it for anyone, but we are going to be chatting about some pretty juicy stuff soon. I am going to break up this video into 3 sections. The first one being character development updates. The second part being scenes that really stood out to me in this quarter. And the third part being my predictions for pretty much how the book's going to end. Let's start with part 1, which is the character development so far in quarter 2 of this story. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with poor Neil Spencer. To be honest, I really didn't think that he was going to be found alive. I mean, that is the way that this book is going. It's the suspense of the kidnappings, and is this a copycat of Frank Carter, or is this just someone who's crazy and people are just trying to connect, like, could it be the whisper rumors and what have you? But the part of the story where we are reading the killer's point of view and perspective of how just Neil wasn't a good boy anymore and the next boy is going to be perfect, like that part of the story just it literally gave me shivers. I read that and I was like, oh my gosh, who is the next boy going to be? Please don't let it be Jake. Let's talk about Tom. So in quarter 2 of the story, I was feeling his nervousness, honestly. I was feeling how nervous he was, how the police didn't really seem to be taking him seriously. He's telling them, I literally saw a man's fingers in my door slit, and he was telling my son to open the door, and they were kind of just like, okay, didn't really seem to be taking him seriously. And I just felt for him, because the whole thing, this whole part of the story was just so creepy. And I was like, someone needs to be taking him seriously, because I feel like nobody is, and he's already upset about everything. And then Jake just being how Jake is, the police kind of thought that whole thing was weird. And I don't know, I just felt like Tom's character, we really felt that escalation in terms of his nervousness and his fears about everything going on. And I felt that while I was reading it, for sure. Now let's talk about creepy Norman Collins. Holy smokes, he's rubbed me the wrong way from the start when he definitely was trying to break into the garage. And I was just like, something's off with you. Like his demeanor, the way he got so close to people, his impeccable suits and things that he would just wear randomly. However, something is definitely strange about him. Do I think he is the one who abducted Neil? No. Do I think he is connected to all of this craziness somehow? Definitely yes, which leads me to bring up Dominic Barnett and kind of the updates on his character in quarter 2, how he was the old tenant that died in the house. I think that Dominic is not connected to the Whisper Man or anything, but I do feel that Norman killed Dominic. And I think something along let's just think about it. Norman wants to get into the house. Dominic is living in the house. Dominic dies. So that leads me to believe, well, maybe Dominic had something that Norman wanted, and Norman was like, I'm going to get this, and if that means I'm going to kill you, then I guess I have to kill you. So now I'm going to talk about the 4 scenes in quarter 2 that really stood out for me. Number 1, one of the creepiest scenes was when Tom was in his bed and he woke up in the middle of the night and he thought he saw either Jake or someone else standing by his bed, and he had said that like the hair was kind of matted to one side and it was just scary. And what really was the icing on the cake for me in that scene was that then he heard Jake talking downstairs. So it's like, who the heck did he see by his bed? Was it a ghost? Is it the boy in the floor? Is this house haunted? What is going on? And that part was just so creepy. You know, then he goes downstairs and he sees the new Whisper Man, I don't know, the new killer's fingers through the door, and that whole scene was just pure and utter chaos. So this is kind of the same scene, just dragged on from scene 1 that I just talked about, but the part where the killer was literally almost let in, I was glued to the book. I'm like, please, Jake, do not open this door. This is the killer. This is really bad. Please don't do it. And he almost did it. And thank goodness Tom ran down there, because I just have this sinking feeling that Jake is going to be the next boy kidnapped. And I know, I don't know. That part really creeped me out. Scene 3 that really stood out for me was when Tom found the remains in the box in the garage. I don't know. And the butterflies, I feel like these butterflies that he keeps seeing, I feel like they're almost symbolic in a sense. Like, are these supposed to be the past children that have been killed? I mean, I just don't understand why on earth these butterflies are here. Maybe that is explained later on in the book. I don't know, but they're vibrant colors, and it almost seems like they were leading him to finding these remains. And that part, I think, really just solidified a lot. It solidified a lot for Pete too, and I'm sure it will as the story progresses, that this is probably the boy that he has been searching for the last 20 years. Now we're at part 3 of the video, where I talk about, do I have any predictions, and do I think I know who the killer is? At this point, no, I still do not know who this could be. I feel like my brain I've just been racking my brain of obvious that it seems to be the killer is male, just based off of the perspectives that when we are reading from their point of view, and how Tom heard a man's voice when the fingers were through the door and stuff like that. So I've pretty much solidified that, yes, I am predicting it's a male. I do think it's going to be someone that has been mentioned in the book. However, I don't think it's Norman. Dominic's already dead. It doesn't leave us with a whole lot of people. I do feel that maybe Karen is somehow related in this, the woman that Tom meets when he drops off Jake at school, and her little son goes to the school too. So I'm kind of predicting something's with her, like maybe her husband, or I don't know. I don't really know. I think I'm going out on a limb there, but I like books that make me think like this, and I'm really enjoying it so far. And if the ending is good, I can definitely see myself rating this book very, very high. So like I said in the beginning of the video, it is not too late to join this read along. If you're currently reading The Whisper Man, or if you want to maybe just revisit the story and the book chats and stuff below, that's why I film these videos. I love when you guys leave comments and we can just chat and connect about the book. So next Sunday, March 22nd, I will be posting the 3rd part of this little series here, with the 4th video being like my final review, where I will do a non-spoiler part But yeah, so I'm really excited. Next Sunday, March 22nd, I will upload part 3, and I can't even wait to read part 3. I cannot wait to see how this book progresses. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave comments down below what you are also thinking of this book. If you are participating in the readathon or read along with me, I don't even know what we can call them. I think they all mean the same to me, but I guess I should say read along. And I'm already thinking about what thriller to do for April, to read for April. So if you have any suggestions of thrillers that you would like to maybe participate in a read along together with me for April, leave them in the comments below and we can chat and pick one together. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye guys.